Hey, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and hi, I'm Josh. I am still fighting the diseases of addiction and mental health. This morning, I will be sharing my experience, strength, and hope that you will be subscribing and liking our videos, but most importantly, contributing to the comment section, whether you're new or have time underneath your belt. We can both learn from one another. I know that, at least for me, whenever I hear a newcomer speak, I'm like, I never want to go back to that. And newcomers, if you're finally receptive, because I definitely wasn't receptive at first, let's be completely honest, like I didn't want to listen to what any of these old guys had to say. There's some wisdom there that they're just trying to impart. So everybody is going to have their own path to recovery, but just to keep in mind that all they want is what's best for you. Every addict is just trying to help another addict, and that's the point of the various fellowships. You have people trying to help people at the end of the day. So with that, we'll start jumping into some of the readings, and the first one's from the Daily Stoic, and today is July 23rd. So, July 23rd, receive honors and slights exactly the same. Receive without pride, let go without attachment. Marcus Aurelius Meditations 8.33. In the midst of the breakdown of the Roman Republic during the Civil War between Pompey and Caesar, Pompey made the decision to give control of the military to Cato. It was a massive honor and a hugely powerful position, but then a few days later, responding to the protest of his jealous inner circle, Pompey reversed his decision, and took the command away. It could have been seen as an enormous public humiliation to be given a promotion, then have it taken away. The record shows Cato's reaction was basically nothing. He responded to the honor and the dishonor the same way, with indifference and acceptance. He certainly didn't let it affect his support for the cause. In fact, after the snub, he worked to rally the soldiers before battle with inspirational speeches, the very men who should have been under his command. That's what Marcus is saying. Do not take the slights of the day personally, or the exciting rewards and recognitions either, especially when duty is assigned you an important cause. Trivial details like the rise and fall of your position say nothing about you as a person. Only your behavior, as Cato's did, will. So that's an interesting one, because especially in our society, Western culture, the US in general, right? Like, it's a very me-centric type of situation. Like, I remember, I didn't really know what it meant, but I just remember the adults saying, like, keeping up with the Joneses, which is why, I guess it was a play on words. It's like keeping up with the Kardashians. So everybody wants to be a YouTube star, or TikTok star, or like Snap star, or IG influencer, or something along those lines. But there's like all these accolades and achievements, and then people get depressed because they don't look a certain way, and the media, basically forces people through the media and movies and magazines and society in general. I feel really bad for, women in general, because there's this like ideal that's placed upon them when most of these images are like photoshopped like crazy. But that's a different point. In terms of handling situations, whether it's accolades and achievements, or it's dishonors and disrespect, having a level of indifference is something that I'm trying to get better at. I'm very good at not taking compliments. I still don't do that well, and don't really worry too much about achievements or accolades. But like dishonor and disrespect for whatever reason still gets to me. Like it's like it gets to me especially if it's targeted towards like people that I care about. It doesn't necessarily have to be towards me. If it's towards me, it doesn't really affect me as much, because like the stuff that I say inside my head, or used to say inside my head, was like so much worse than anybody could come up with to say to me. Like, just seriously, like it was that bad. Like, I used to tell people you never wanted to be in my head, because that is not a fun place to be. Like I'm built to deal with me, but I wouldn't want other people to have to be in my head, because that is not a fun place to be. So that's kind of been my experience with things. Dishonor and disrespect are just, I don't know, I am a little indifferent to it, but I am a caretaker, protector, provider. So if it were geared towards my family or friends, then you would meet a completely different person than the one that's sitting on this chair right now. And I really don't like bringing out the old version of me, but for whatever reason, that version does come out. That being said, my hope for you is that you are able to navigate and handle life so that no matter what happens, it's like water off a duck's back. With that, I will say that I hope you have a great weekend, and that you stay safe, stay strong, and stay sober.